Hey team, back again with myself, video number 3. We're going to talk today about how our mind works. We're going to start off with the first way that our mind goes about its business, and that is the unconscious mind. Tell us a bit more, Marcel.
Sure. So it's all about awareness, right? It's all about understanding why we do what we do and why we hold ourselves back from doing the things that we should do. So to have a better understanding that, it really helps to pull apart how our mind works. And the way I like to explain it is that our mind's made up of 3 parts. We have the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the unconscious mind. And we're going to start with this one first, the unconscious mind. It makes up about 10% of our thinking power, I guess. And the way that I like to think about it is the unconscious mind is the part of our mind that is automated, and essentially it looks after our survival. So it looks after things like our heart beating. You normally don't sit there and think about your heart beating, although you could, but normally you don't. It just kind of works in the background.
It just happens.
It just happens. As we're sitting here talking, and as you're watching, we're probably blinking and breathing. And again, we're not consciously thinking of those things. It's happening unconscious. What's interesting though is that you can bring awareness to it. So if I say to you, all right, how many times are you going to blink right now? All of a sudden, it shifts that level of unconsciousness and makes it conscious, so you start to think about it. So I guess in boxing and mixed martial arts, if someone cops a whack to the head and they get knocked down, they're not dead, but they get knocked unconscious. So what happens is that the body almost goes into like a triage a type of process where it's thinking about what's more important. Is it important to stay upright and keep your balance, or keep your heart beating? And it goes, nah, your heart is way more important than keeping you upright, so it just knocks you to the ground. It doesn't care about that anymore. And then it goes, is it important to keep your eyes open or closed? You know what, eyes not important, let's just close them up.
I'm sure some of us have felt that way after a few workouts.
And after a couple of workouts where your body goes into that unconscious state of just going, you know what, I'm just going to keep you alive while you kind of recover after a very intense WOD. So the first part of our mind is that unconscious part. And what's important about this is having an awareness that it's very automated. There are lots of things that become unconscious, like walking. We're normally not thinking about our walking, we just kind of walk. Unless we're walking on some treacherous ground or you're trying to avoid something, all of a sudden you become very aware of it. So it's almost like having a switch where you go, oh, that's an unconscious behavior or an unconscious thought pattern. I'm going to bring conscious awareness. And in the next video, we're going to talk about the conscious mind and how it works.
Excellent, guys. Great. Thanks for joining us again for this video. Look forward to seeing you next time. See you soon.